Hello and welcome to Dyson Sphere program. And actually, I've just forgotten to set a timer, so bear with me. Set a timer for an hour and 10 minutes. That's our time limit, folks. Hour and 10 minutes. Then we gotta give it up. We gotta give it up. But we have an hour and 10 minutes to make some Supermagnetic Rings. That's right, that's going to be today's focus for Dyson Sphere program, is bringing out the rings. So these rings are also used in a lot of different things. In the last episode as well, we did need to start doing some alternate power sources, some solar sails. But to get solar sails, we're going to need EM rail ejectors, and really, I don't want to have to make these by hand because they take a lot of different little things. One of the things that it needs is supermagnetic rings, so that's going to be the first thing that I actually start automating from this sort of stuff. Now, to do this, we're going to need magnets, we're going to need graphite, and we're going to need our green motors. So really, we have all that. We've got all the components, so it should be pretty quick to set up a factory, really, you'd think. But we just need to site it, and we need to get a new source of magnets as well, I think. So we're going to look around for some iron and graphite. That's kind of everything we need right there, isn't it? We has the iron, we has the graphites, and then that can produce the rings. Wow, things are going smoothly already. Alright, can we set a marker? Always wondered. Nah. Oh well, that's fine. Everything is fine. What have we got in our inventory? Enough smelters, we've got miners. Not going to need chemical factories, so I might go dump them back. And I've got assemblers. So, all the things. It has all the things. We just needs to do the works. Okay. So we'll drop this back in here. Waste not and whatnot. Now the other thing I kind of felt that was necessary. God, I had a thought and it's just disappeared, and that's what adulting is like, really. Walk into a room thinking, oh yeah, let's do a thing here. What was the thing again? Now I'm just left flying around in circles. Oh yeah, I know. Need to power up these guys before we ship them off, I feel like that will be a much more sort of efficient sort of thing that will to go on. So we'll drop in a power up. We'll drop in some power, maybe on the other side here, and we'll go find that. Now that was the end of the line, wasn't it? So I think we want to split it off. Or we've got a line end here. Hey, that'll work. Now we're just going to use grade 1 belts. It doesn't need to be particularly fast. And just run it down like that. Contribute to the spaghetti mess. Really need to change my name to my name is Spaghetti Monster. Hello, welcome to the channel. Okay, and we got heaps of green motors going on here. Look at all these running. Now, of course, it's not running as fast as it could be. That's because of a lack of iron. And yeah. We definitely need the next level of belts to be able to make that run super fast, or super fast enough to satisfy our needs here. Although these four are actually going to keep up, I think. But for those, of course, we're going to need supermagnetic rings. So it's all about them rings. We're going to need plenty of them. Now the location Ah, that's the other thing I was thinking that I might need. Yeah, we've got plenty of. Cool. Got all the things we need. There's coal, there's stone. I was up here last night just plopping down all these towers, and now I'm thinking that I might need to disassemble a heap of them. But nah, it's fine. We're just going to fill in an ocean. So that's where we're going to start. Dropping down these guys. Using up my soil pile. I don't like making factories this close to the pole, just because the spacing gets a little bit weird and funky. But yeah, we're going to do it. Now, I would just remove those wind turbines, but I kind of need them for the time being, just to keep my power levels up until I do get those solar sails spitting out, at which point we're going to get Dyson power. That's right, Dyson power from the solar sails, floating around the sun, picking up all that energy. Now that's a decent amount of space here, so I think we can start off with that. Okay, so we're gonna need a few things. First, oh yeah, I didn't grab one of the things I needed. In fact, I didn't grab. Oh no, we've got those. So it's just the one, just the planetary stations. We just head into orbit, head down, have a bit of a crash, work out where I am. Yep. Oh no, no, no! Go back, go back, land. Yeah, I went too far there. There we go. Not these. We'll take 2 of them. I feel like I don't often need them, so we'll grab 2 of them. Alrighty then. So let's put down the miners. Start bringing in them mine goodies. Oop, oop, nope. Nope. That. There we go. Oop. And then the coal, of course. To be able to make that graphite. Do that. That. 3, 4, 5. That should be plenty. Now, make these rings. Every 3 seconds. So if I want to make 6 a second, I need 12. Is that right? No, 1 every 3 seconds. So times that by, yeah, I need 18. Who taught me math? Oh my god. Alright, so now if I can make 18 of them, I'm gonna need 6 a second in graphite, 18 a second in rings, and 12 a second in green motors. I'm not even producing 12 a second at the moment. But we'll set it up to do so. So, I'm thinking rows of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do that. look at this. It offends my sense of intervals. No, I didn't mean to let go. Oh, goddamn. Actually, yeah, that works. Ah. Alright, so let's pretend all our inputs come from the left here. Except for the green belts will probably come from this direction, because that's where I'm going to sit my tower. Okay, let's plop that down now. There we go, high tower. Welcome to stream tower. And then we're going to have input and input. We're also going to have input and input. Then we're going to run an output along here. There's another output along here. And from there, we just want to skip one gap, put an output, grab these guys, and put down another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, with the intervals. We got here, we got 6. Yeah, that's 6. Hey. Like that. Go like that. Go like that. We got a nice kind of neatish factory. Now we're gonna probably set up our smelting for our coal down here. So let's go set up smelters once we find them. And we might do drop the input like that. Do another. Oh god. Yeah, there we are. It's okay. We're okay. Run that up, and then that's gonna go up that way. These in here, like so. And then we have our coal sort of smelting happening. Go like that. You can go like that, like that, like that. And then switch on to graphite. Sorry folks for the laughter. Just some funny stuff happening in the background here that you may or may not be able to hear, I don't know. Alright, magnets are the next thing that we need. So every 1.5 seconds it's going to produce them. Now for these guys, we're going to need 3, so 18 a second. So we're going to need a lot. That is a lot. So 18, and then times that by what? Add another 9, so 27 smelters. Wow. That is a lot more than I was actually thinking it would be. Okay. So we'll just do this. Right, so that's 8, 9. Well, 3 rows of 9, right? see if I've done that right. So, if this is an input, it takes care of them. And then if this is also an input, and then I can run this as an output, this is an output. Let's make them slightly longer so I know which one's which, right? And then this can also be an output. Okay, so therefore we go like that, and then like that, and then when this one can go like this, and then like this, and then this one can go like this, and then like this. We get the magnets running along. Same with these. Oh, right, didn't put the recipe in. And yeah, we got it. Now we will need splitters on the end to split off our iron. And I'm running out of belts. Should have picked up some more before I headed here. Fortunately, it's not like they're on another planet or anything. It's usually the most inconvenient. That. Hey, thank you very much for the efficiency, but you're clouding my vision. Yeah, we just go to this side. Oh, really? Really? Actually, what we could do, because I don't oh, and I'm running out of... that's fine, because we have a graphite factory here. I'll just yoink some off. That's all good. Now what I was doing is just getting these level 1 belts, because I don't need it to be super fast there. Do want that bit to be faster, and we'll start hooking these up. Put these, ooh. I did not consider power placement. Fortunately, I think we're gonna be okay. Just with a slightly liberal placement of things. Yep, there we are. Okay, we're gonna go get some more green belts. Land. I really need to work on my landings. Yeah, a few belts. That'll help. Fly back up. Ah, that was much better. That was graceful, that was. Okay. So, first thing we want to do is start splitting off our graphite for where we need it. And then we'll do the same here. For our magnets. Just run them in like that. do is do this instead. No, that won't work either. Will it? That will though. Alright, so if I do that, grab you, go up, yep, there we are. And up to up and up to up. That gives me a highway underneath them. Makes things much less awkward. And a little bit neater. Of course, neat is a relative term, because we're going to have this dog leg around them. But you can't have everything. And now we just need some power is what we're going to need, but we're going to need some green belts. You're going to demand them. Oh, not that many you're going to demand. Keep a stockpile of, say, 500 or so. Put the min load up top. Drop in your drones. Now you're also going to supply Supermagnetic Rings. Okay. So we have these as outputs. I feel like this will be another good point to do this sort of thing. Hello drones. Look at them all. Oh, nope. Can't get you right. Much better. Oh, I didn't get that one right either. I thought I'd copy them, but apparently not. You to you, you to you. And then everything out and in there. And then the first thing I'm going to do is once it outputs, it can split. The output is going to be like that. And up and across. Across. Down and then down. And across. Fantastic. Now all we need to do is hook these up. So we'll go yoink, yoink, yoink. And then we want an output here. Run that down the line, and of course, because I changed the intervals, that's right. I'll grab you and do the same. And then you can do the same here, and I just need to change the intervals so it matches again. Yep. Trim the edges for neatness sake, otherwise there's always going to be a magnet or two just kind of sitting around. Not to mention I'll get those belts back. Only a couple, but if I keep doing it, it'll add up. And then we need to power the whole thing. So fortunately, we have this kind of spaces here ready for power poles. I like to say it was intentional, but honestly it probably wasn't. That's the other thing I could have done, is put in a ring setup. Alright. Hey. Really? Greater than, just to... Oh. Now, I'm not sure I actually want to switch all of them on at this very moment. The reason being is it's going to chew up a lot of green motors, and I'm going to need those green motors for other things, and I'm not producing all that many at the moment. So we have the foundation for the rest of the Supermagnetic Ring factory, but nothing really says that we need to turn them on. Actually, is there an off button on them? Can you just kind of switch them off? Not really. What do you reckon, guys? Activate another row. I can activate another row because we do have a head start on these rings, green motors as well. So yeah, just because I'm a little impatient, this might bite me later on, but oh well. Still have enough power at the moment. Now that should give us what? 4 a second. If I've done my math right. If I've not done my math right, then it's giving us something else. But it is giving us supermagnetic rings. It's only a very small sort of factory, but that's okay. So that kind of makes me think I want to do solar sails next. Ooh, we're already nearly out of iron here. It's only our starting veins, but still. Oh, we've also stopped researching. We're gonna keep researching. Gonna need those, so we'll set you up next. Gonna need those. I mean, we're gonna need everything here, but it's working out what's priority. Not that, not that. Yeah, so really that shouldn't have been priority, but that's alright. That needs purple research, that doesn't. More inventory capacity. I don't need blueprints stuff, I don't think. I'll make myself faster. Go for some more vertical construction. Get our logistics a bit better, that's always a plus. Yeah, not quite a universe exploration yet. Need purple science for that. What was it doing? Ah, yeah, the building to shoot our solar sails into space. Magnetic launchers. EM rail ejectors. Yep, alright. So for this, we're going to need cogs, we're going to need processors, we're going to need these super rings. So I'm feeling like if I drop one of these, here's our second one that I said we'd need. Maybe over here, I can bring in some other materials that we want. We'll set it to demand, and we'll set it to demand maybe 300? 300 feels like a good number. And I'll start bringing it in. Now I had this full of green motors, I believe. And yeah, I was wrong. I'm definitely going to need an input here because I'm going to be using thrusters for a lot of different stuff. maybe I should put this as a permanent line of green motors. Maybe just 100 or so. Alright, so EM rail ejectors, we're going to want, when I want them, I'm going to want to put down a heap of them, I suspect. We're also going to go to energy exchanges at some point, and I think I can already make those. I can't make accumulators yet though. I do want to make those too. Ah, supermagnetic rails. Ha. Maybe. I actually want that to be something else. I think I want it to be one of the super guys. So I'll drop you in there. Just take one of you. Thank you. And put you in instead. Fill up my fuel. Right, so you are still going to want to grab green motors and these. Demand, storage, local demand. Oh, yep, nearly too far. But the other thing that I'm going to want you for is to bring in this. You get a remote demand and local supply. And I also don't want you going interstellar, so we'll just move that down to 1 light year. If you set them up to be interstellar and they don't have warpers, then what they can actually do when you are interstellar is start taking very, very long sublight trips between solar systems. And while it doesn't take years, it does take an awful long time. And it's no fun to have all your resources stuck in transit, not to mention your ships. We'll drop you in. Okay. Now, what was it building? I was gonna want a factory for this. For accumulators. So we'll do that first. Put it there? Maybe? Yeah, maybe? I don't know. I really don't know. Accumulators. Cool. So we know that we're gonna want these guys coming out. And we are gonna want them in this, for this. I'm going to want it for this. So if I just kind of wrangle that down up like this and then down here, will you reach? You will reach. Yes. We also want iron. And then the final output will be here. I want a heap of you. So do that. Now the actual thing that I was really originally planning to make was going to be these EM rail ejectors. So we're going to need steel processors and magnetic things. rings and cogs. Alright, so we'll set a cog factory here. They can feed directly into it. So you are the cog. We have processors there, we have supermagnetic rings. Only thing we're gonna need is steel, right? And we've got steel line up here. I think it was running down. Steel, you're there. Yep. So we'll keep running it down. I think I want a green belts down here. I'm gonna run the green belts down. Green motors, green belts. Belts, motors, getting confused. So we'll do... Yeah, because I'm gonna want silicon down that way too. We'll try that. Go there. Be our green motors. We'll grab our steel. Up one. Across. Run it to there. And then back down again. And that'll start feeding it with steel, and it should have everything it needs. Apart from a box, of course. And we're going to make a heap of them. Oh, and enough steel. Oh, that's slow. Are you going to keep up? Oh, no, you're not going to keep up. Well, in that case, we might just keep you in the air and run you along slightly differently, right? Do that. Instead, we can do this, and that'll be a lot faster. Yeah, we're moving! Alright, so that'll start making my EM rail ejectors. These things are awesome looking. They just shoot things into space for us. And we'll use that shooty spacey stuff to make power. Now the final thing we need here is a energy exchanger creation thing. For that we're going to need a few bits and pieces. Most of which we've got down here. Actually kind of want to split off my steel if I can. I knew steel would be in use a bit more. Just forgotten quite how much. So we might just try this. And put a splitter here. That'll work. Drop her in. No. Oh yes, yes. Up one like that. Run you down this way. Not quite that far. How far do I need you? Right, what's the other thing that we need for this thing? Processors. I feel with those processors that we could actually do the same thing. after all, why not? Now for the time being, I'll just run it like that. Run like that. That's not helping me. There we are. So use up the box first, basically. Yeah, alright. And then we'll make this up one. Go like this. Like this. And we can make our power accumulator jiggy things. Right here. Right here. Energy exchanges. So they'll fill up our batteries, which means that we can send power between planets if we need to. We won't need huge amounts of them. But it does mean that if I have excess power on one planet, then I've got a way that I can kind of ship it around, which is always useful. It's also important in the production of these guys here is I actually need charged accumulators. I can't just use ordinary ones or non-charged ones, which is a little bit frustrating, but it's just the way it goes. So we'll run like that, run this like that. I know, not very elegant, but it will work. Gives it all the inputs it needs as well as an output. And it can start producing them. Wow, that's really taking forever. I feel like I should put a second one just to help it out. Now, in order to shoot something into space, you need something to shoot it into space. So solar sails are going to be our next project here. Also, how are we going for time? How are we going for time? We've got half an hour left. We're good. So to make these, we're going to need some graphene, which we already have producing off the left here. And we're also going to need photon combiners. So photon combiners, we are going to need glass, and we're going to need our electronic boards. Let's go back to the map and just see what veins we've got that are not reserved already. Those glass were glass prisms in particular, but what I'm thinking more is that I don't really have anything that's free, I think, to produce. Oh wait, we've got this one lonely iron vein up top here, as well as nearby copper. So we could use those. Oh, and a convenient tower. That can only ship 3, I think. Put another tower up there. Because I really want glass prisms going on. So at the moment, all my glass prisms that are being produced are down here, which is not much in the scheme of things. But basically, yeah, we need to get something set up to make these little guys. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go up to that side up there and we're going to make it work. So to make it work, I think we're going to want more drones. Yeah, we're running slightly low on them. That's why we set up these sort of mole-ish factories. What are we running out on? Steel? Yeah, because it's not hooked up properly. Silly. Here we go. Keep the steel coming, please. Yeah, we have a green belt lack. Green belt. I keep saying green belt. Green motor. It's not a belt, it's a motor. So what's going on? Because you don't have iron? Is that why you're doing this? Yeah, I think these are starting to run out of veins as well. That's a bad sign. I mean, we could just import iron ore from the other planet. Save a lot of infrastructure setting a new set of these up. Yeah, we're at half capacity here. Not even that. But we need power. Power is our preference, so let's do that first. Let's try not to get distracted. Set up power, and then go for other stuff. Always another thing in this game. Now, here's our copper and iron that I was talking about. We are going to want to fill in the ocean again. How we going with soil pile? I'm using an awful lot of soil pile. Eventually we are going to want to fill in this center part 2 with Dyson Ray receivers, which is another thing that we need to build. See, it's not even that much, this iron. It's teensy tiny amount of iron. But it should get us started. It'll get us started. To be able to produce these. Okay, so more smelters now. How many do we need to produce? One every. It's going to produce 2 a second per one factory. To feed that, we need 2 a second of these things. So if I just go 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Do that sort of thing there. Yeah. About like that. Run the output like so. Then puts like these. It's not much, but it should kind of get us working. I don't know how to stuff that up. Hang on. That's better. Alright, so your output, input, copy, input, output, snap off the edges, copy you across. Alright, and then power. And then we might put our little smelter factory down here for these guys. So it's just 1 a second. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Just do a single line. Still taking it through the middle though. In case this needs to be expanded out or something. Right, so we'll set up the kind of the pattern. It's ready to go if I need it. Hey, that's right. We should set it up anyway. Do that. Run this down, across and in. Run you across and just in like that. Thank you for the more research. Do that, and then you can come up slightly, and then down like that. Alright, plug in some power. Make sure this is connected up with power as well. Hey, how did I miss that? There we are. We got enough to keep us going for a bit. Alright, so we're going to use that to make circuit boards. Now, at the moment, I can't max these out. Yeah, I can't max these out. So, circuit boards. So 3 will do 6 a second. 12 will do fill up about. No, 6 will fill up about. Alright, so let's just try and do 6 and see what happens. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should give us ridiculous amounts of green circuits. If I was smarter, I would have laid that out differently, but here we are. And in terms of plugins, we'll do this, and then this, and then output. Tell you to make green circuits, and then plug you across like that. We will need power, so I put it on the downside. Green circuit boards going for us now. Now, these photon combiners are going to need circuit boards as well as prisms. So prisms need a lot of glass. But in terms of their actual sort of needy sort of things, every 3 seconds it's going to need 1 circuit board. So I can produce just ridiculous amounts of these things with what I've got there. Alright. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Actually, how much do our solar sails need? 1 every 4 seconds. 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what? 10, 11, 12. Let's just go for gold here, right? Now we'll run it down like this. And then we're going to need an input of prisms, which will run down like that. And then we're going to have an output of something. I do feel like, oh, I thought I picked up one of these. Hello? Well, oops, that's embarrassing. Why have I got all, oh wow, I've got all these things. Let's drop you in. Drop you guys in too. Don't really need you there. Yeah. So we'll put a little station here to start bringing in prisms, I think. Either way, let's hook you up. Like so. Like a glove. Start putting in power. Yeah, we got the power. And now, I need a source of glass. Or prisms, to be precise. And I think what I'm going to do is just use the existing source of glass rather than set up something new. Oh, I do need more graphite. Before I forget as well, yeah, okay, I picked up the drones, but not the planetary logistics station. Do that. And then we'll make a little prism factory down here, right? Because we can. We'll make that much more efficient in bringing in the stone. Like that. Right. Fill in a bit of water. And then do our prisms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 6 again. Thank you for the research. Now go away. Upgrade, upgrade. Zoop you down here. So there's our input belt. Yeah, I made that too wide. Let's fix it. It's not that hard to fix. Output like that. And do this. Output. Input. Oops. Nope. Shouldn't have done that. Input. Output. Input. Prisms. Prisms. Run it along like this. Run it along like this. Now these prisms are all going to run into our logistics here. You're going to just remote store it, but you're going to supply it locally. Do you have drones? You don't have drones. You have drones now. Oh, 100. They can, yeah, they get a lot more too. The smaller guys just get 50. Like that, then back down. And now we're producing a ton of prisms. We should still have a logistics station. We do. Then from, what are you? Oh, wrong place. Sorry, boys. Put a logistics station here. Where the output. Oh, yeah, hang on. We just set some things up. You're gonna demand them, and then you're gonna supply them. And we're gonna drop you in. You have no power, but we'll fix that as well. The output will be prisms, like so, and then the inputs, like so. And yeah, we've got it happening. And then finally, what we'll do? Oh, look at them all. They're just lining up to give you a prism. Gotta be a serious power hog. Oh, speaking of things that we should be doing, get more capacity for inventory. That's good. Don't care about blueprints. Can't get any more solar sail life. We can go carrier engines and carrier capacity. More capacity. Good. There we are. We'll go back to tech. And we'll keep researching these. Just queue them up. I'll need them eventually, so there's no particular order. Apparently we have more than 100 in transit at the moment. Make you 100% min load on drones. Should have probably done that on the other thing as well. Probably doesn't need that many in there, but I'll just fill them up. You never know. And now, yeah, we've got the photon combiners operating. Full capacity here. Over full capacity. So I can make more if I need to. That's going to do me for the time being though. I think it's really necessary. Later on it probably will be. What do these get used in? Yeah, our array receivers, we'll use them in. Our geothermal power stations, hey, I can make them now, cool. Solar sail will be a constant demand from them. But we good. Alright, how are we doing on time? We've got 4 minutes left, folks. We're not going to make a solar sail. Not going to make a solar sail today. Oh well. Hey, we got further than I thought. I mean, I was just out for the Supermagnetic Rings this time. Where am I going? I don't know. Hey, I didn't hit the ground. Alright. So, we're going to make our solar sail factory up here, just because it's close to my graphene. Now, I don't have any spare production either, is the problem. Largely because of a lack of graphite. We could definitely use some more graphite. It's all being chonked up at the moment. We have another coal vein. Do we have another coal vein? We've got another 2 down here. I could set them up to supplement our graphite production. Or, you know, I could just make this bigger. How about I just make that bigger? That seems right. That was a really dumb way of doing that. Do that, run it down the center as far as we can. Then I should be able to do this. And then this. Hook it up with power. Got my excess coal in. Alright, we've solved a problem. Hurrah! Max U. Our real problem here is that our belts aren't fast enough. Need faster belts. Need the super fast belts. But at least we know now that we've got this operating at absolutely max capacity. Which should improve our supply issue. Oh, the fractionators running. They do seem to be running. That change the setup has definitely improved that, I think. Our petroleum continues to drain. We're at half capacity now. So yeah, we're going to need to do some stuff with oil refineries relatively soon as well. Definitely not an oil supply issue. But it will become one. Fortunately, we have plenty of hydrogen. Yeah, with all this coming in, now it's starting to, it's just slightly increased our production. These will start running-ish soonish. And yeah, we've backed it up. Yay, probably because we're not using pink dumbbells so much. But yeah, okay. We have run out of time. So, plans for next time is we're going to set up a solar sail factory here. So we'll have it bring in fact, we'll just set it up now. You're going to demand these guys. bring in these. And we'll produce our solar sails around here. So solar sails taking a little bit of graphene as well as the photon combiners. In fact, just so I remember, I'll plonk down a factory and assign it so we know, hey, that's what we're doing next. Once we have solar sail production happening, then we will be able to set up our EM ejectors and start shooting some stuff into space. That will mean that we'll also want something to receive that stuff that we're shooting into space, and that means more mole items. Specifically, it also means we're going to need to start importing silicon in, so that will be a thing to be able to build those, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. We have plenty going on our electronics planet. Granted, it's a little bit underpowered, but you know, this is part of the problem that we're trying to solve with power here. But I hope that you did enjoy the stream. Thank you very much for watching tonight, folks. If you did enjoy my content, then please drop me a follow. I'd love to see you again. I'd love to see people in chat again. Otherwise, if you're watching on YouTube later on, drop me a subscribe and a like if you enjoyed it. Again, I would also love to see you there again. But for the time being, that's it for me tonight. My name is Pooks. I hope you enjoyed this this stream, and I will see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye. Oh man, you just raided in just as I was finished. Nuclear. I will try and raid another stream. Sorry, viewers, you're going to be passed on again. Okay, give me 2 seconds. We will raid. Hot potato indeed. Good night, my dude. Good night. Now I need to find someone who's... Let's find someone else who's doing Dyson Sphere for you guys. Let me just find a channel to follow quickly so I can raid that one.
It's based off a real fish.
And it's all in German or French, folks, so I'm really sorry. Unless you speak German or French, then I can't send you anywhere else. So again, thanks for watching. Also, thanks for the raid, but I will need to see you next time because I'm also finishing up. Good night, folks.